Well, going back to the big breaking news story that we were tracking out of Delhi, visuals on your screen are of the building that has collapsed, unfortunately, early this morning in Azad Nagar. About 3 people are believed to be injured in this building collapse. 7 people are still feared to be trapped in the building. Let's go across to Piyush Ori, who's reporting on this. Piyush, good morning. Piyush, to begin with, give us a sense of the rescue operations that are taking place even as we speak. We were earlier learning that about 3 fire tenders have been rushed to the spot and are involved in trying to rescue those who are still trapped under the debris.
So definitely, it's not been a very good morning over here at the residence of Azad Market here in Old Delhi, where unfortunately today at 7:45 a.m. an under construction building, which was over 4 stories tall, it suddenly collapsed. Now what we have been told over here that there were 7 laborers who were working at this building at a time this building collapsed. And my video journalist Vijay Ranveer is just trying to show you the visuals of how chaotic, how difficult actually right now the entire situation is, where not only officials from Delhi police and Delhi fire officials, but also a large number of residents at this area are collaborating to make sure that many of these laborers, who are trapped. We are told that there are over 5 to 6 laborers right now who are trapped in this under construction building. All the efforts are underway to take out, these people. Now you can understand how difficult this entire process is, because this entire area is very crowded. It's a very narrow lane, where this building was being constructed. And so, all the major vehicles, all the officials, all the movement of officials, it's a very difficult process. So right now what we've been told is that there are 3 people who have been reportedly, died because of this building collapse, but it has not been officially confirmed. So we are keeping our fingers crossed. We are keeping our fingers crossed that, there are no casualties in this entire incident. And while I'm reporting, I'm just telling you that, the visuals are being provided to you by Vijay Ranveer. And we hope for the best that, at the end of it all, there are no more, people, all the people who have been trapped in this debris are rescued safely. Back to you in the studio.
Right, Piyush, as you're pointing out, this appears to be a very, very crowded area in Azad Market. This, of course, is, unfortunately been a site for collapses earlier as well as fires that have broken out. Now, give us a sense of how difficult it will be to carry out these rescue operations, because as we can see from the visuals, all the buildings appear to be very tightly packed.
This area is in Old Delhi, and Old Delhi is often quite crowded, and the lanes over here are quite narrow. So the building was being constructed over here, so you can understand how difficult the entire situation is. Even right now, as I'm speaking to you, it is being very challenging for the Delhi police officials to make the situation very orderly, because there are a large number of residents who have come over here to just see what exactly the entire situation is, along with a large number of media persons also who have come. So there is a big challenge right now for Delhi police officials to make sure that there is a orderly movement of vehicles, and there is orderly movement of officials to rescue all the people who are being trapped in this under construction building. It's a big challenge. It is already over 1.5 hours since this tragedy happened, and the rescue effort is still underway. So you can understand that it is the process is challenging, the task is difficult, but we can now only hope for the best that the Delhi police officials, in collaboration with the residents, are going to make sure that there are no casualties at the end of it all, and all the people who have been trapped in this incident are rescued. I'll again ask you, my Vijay, to just show what exactly is being done to make sure that all the rescue effort is being going on. This process is a difficult process, because this under construction building has collapsed at a very narrow bylane of Azad Market, and it's a densely populated area where movement of officials and residents is a big challenge. So we can, as I said again, we can just hope that at the end of it all, the hard work which is being done by the Delhi police officials along with the resident, bears fruit, and there are just no casualties of this unfortunate tragedy. Back to you in the studio.
Now, Piyush, as these chaotic scenes play out over there, what are you hearing from the Delhi police at the moment? How many people do they believe could be trapped inside the debris? Now, we were earlier learning that about 3 people have been rescued. They've been shifted to hospital, and their condition, of course, remains critical.
So, right now the main priority of Delhi police officials is to make sure that, the rescue process, the rescue effort goes off underway. So yet they have not issued any official statement. As I said, the main focus of Delhi police right now is to just focus on the rescue effort and to make sure there are just no casualties. We have been told, however, that there have been 3 casualties, but it is still not been officially confirmed. So we are keeping our fingers crossed that at the end of it, when an official confirmation comes in, there are just no casualties. What we have also been told by the nearby residents were that there were over 8 people who were working in this under construction building, in which 2 have been rescued. They've been taken to the nearby hospital, and while the process of rescuing the 5 officials who have been trapped in this building is being carried on. Back to in the studio.
All right, Piyush Shori bringing us those details from Azad Market, the area where this building has unfortunately collapsed. Thank you for joining us. As Piyush is pointing out, Delhi police as well as the fire brigade over there in action trying to rescue those stranded under the debris of this building.